Woo! Welcome everybody to Nest Fitness. Today I was going to talk about a little bit about bro science, some things you might need to know because I've been getting a lot of questions here lately. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was front loading. Front loading is complete bro science. It's not going to help you out any. This is what happens when you front load. A lot of people think when you're running the extra long esters, such as EQ and Deco, usually they're not going to kick in until about 9 weeks, which is why you want to run them 14 to 16 weeks minimum. But the problem is people think that if they want to run 400, they say, well, I'm going to front load for the first 2 weeks 800. That way it'll kick it in quicker. In reality, what it does is it's actually going to fuck your cycle up, and here's why. You put that amount of oil into your body and you're just going to shock your body, and it's going to realize you got a large quantity of this oil inside, and it's going to try to convert it all over to estrogen real quick. It's not going to know what to do with it. You're going to get all your sides a lot quicker. Acne is going to break out, probably cystic acne, which is worse. And if any of you get that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So you're going to get some cystic acne, and all your sides are just going to be that much worse. They're going to come on real quick, and your myostatin is going to raise. And once you tap out of that myostatin, the gains pretty much slow down to a halt. I mean, that'll be it. You can still grow with your myostatin up, but it's going to be like real, like fucking snail slow. So why try to get your myostatin up right off the bat, and then you can't make the gains you want to make? So front loading, complete bro science, does not work. All it's going to do is raise your sides quicker and cause you to lose gains in the whole scheme of the cycle. Is just going to cause you to lose gains. So slow and steady gains, that's what you want to roll with every time, because that way it's quality gains, that way it's going to stay. If you were to blow up real quick by front loading, it would all just be water retention and estrogen conversion. It would just be for looks, but it's not going to be actual muscle, and you're going to have a tough time with your cycle. You're not going to be happy with it when it's complete. So front loading, complete bro science. Let's see here, another thing. Spot injections. Now, there's people out there that's going to swear spot injections work, and I'm here to tell you that spot injections do not work. Where you pin your gear, as long as it's into a skeletal muscle, doesn't make one fuck worth a damn. It doesn't matter, because once that test gets into your system, it's going to make its way to the androgen receptors, and it's going to bind to the androgen receptors. So it really don't make a fuck where you pin it. It's not going to just go to that muscle. It's going to travel through your body and go to the androgen receptors, and that's going to turn it on that says go ahead and grow. Putting them in specific spots is not going to make it grow. If that was the case, there's a lot of people out there that don't pin all the spots. They only pin one spot because that's all they're comfortable with. So look at it this way. One guy who pins nothing but his left delt because he can reach it with his right hand and that's all he could do, then he would have this monster left delt, and his right delt will look like shit. And you've never seen that on anybody. So we know for a fact that's not true. Now here's one thing it can do, which is why this myth got tossed around. Certain compounds, and especially certain doses of compounds, if you were to say pin it into your bicep, well, what's going to happen is your muscle will actually inflame, because either A, because of the amount of oil, or B, depending on what type of steroid you're putting in there, it may cause it to inflame. And for 2 days, for 48 hours or so, while that inflammation is going on, it may appear that that bicep is bigger. But that's coming from inflammation. That's not actually coming from anything growing right there. Everybody should know by now, but I still get a lot of questions about it. Spot injections do not work. It is not going to make that particular muscle grow. The test, when you inject it and stuff like that, it don't even know what muscle it's in. It just knows it's in a muscle, it hits the bloodstream, it looks for androgen receptors, and bam, that's all it is to it. So spot injections, total bro science. So I hope you learned something from that. I wanted to get that out there because I get a lot of questions about it. You're wasting your time if you're going to do front loading. You're wasting your time if you're going to do spot injections. And while we're on injections, like I said, with that, with the one guy there that wants to do his left, you know, depth, you know, you really need to practice all your spots. And I did a video a couple weeks ago on site injections, so you'll know which different spots you can use. You really need to practice. Get over your fear. I mean, yeah, something could go wrong, and you know, and I know that's what you're scared of. But the thing about it is, you're not going to die, so don't worry about that. I mean, the worst case scenario is you're going to hit a nerve, and you're going to be, you know, in a little bit of pain. But you need to try out these other spots, man. If you're one of them guys that does shoulders only, you need to learn how to do the quad. You need to learn how to do the glute. You need to know how to do the ventro glute. Because these are spots you never want. If you keep doing the same spot, then you're just going to build scar tissue. And then you're going to be pinning, it's going to be like pinning fucking cowhide. And it's going to hurt too on top of that. And, you know, you don't want no scar tissue. So, you know, go ahead and experiment with other sites. Get used to it. Quit being a pussy. I mean, I know how it feels to be afraid to try the new spot, because I've been there, done that. But you got to, you know, if this is what you're wanting to do, and if you're in this for the long run, you know, you need to go ahead and just bite the fucking bullet. Just do the damn shit. That's all it is to it. So go ahead and get some practice in on other sites. Like I said, I have a video for site injections to show you how, where to put it and do it, and everything should be spelled out. Of course, you can hit me up on my email to ask me personally if you're still having some issues. I try to help you through it. Everybody keep in mind that if you haven't noticed already from the last video, 44 on Swole has a new page. He got 2 strikes on his old page, so he's trying to move everything over to the new page. So make sure you go check that out and subscribe. So far so good for me. They ain't found me yet, but eventually they will. So just make sure you stay tuned. Don't forget, Nest Fitness is on Facebook and it's on Instagram. And for those of you who are already on the Facebook and Instagram page, hey, make sure you post some pictures, man. We like to see your progress. We like to see what you're doing. This is one big family. You know what I'm saying? We're one brotherhood here. So don't be worried about your physique if it ain't perfect. I mean, ain't nobody got a perfect physique that ain't a damn Mr. Olympia. I mean, we're just regular, you know, bros. So go on and, you know, throw your shit on up there. Let's see it. And, you know, you can contact me on there. I get messages on there. So it's easy to find me. It's easy to find 44. And, you know, share your pics. We want to see them. So that's all I got today. Don't front load. Don't side inject. We'll catch you next time on the Nest.